The CEO had been loud from the moment he boarded, the kind of man who believed the whole plane existed for his commentary. He spotted the single dad struggling to settle his young son into the seat beside him and immediately smirked loudly enough for nearby passengers to hear. "Some people really shouldn't travel if they can't manage their kids," he scoffed, rolling his eyes. The dad ignored him as best he could, offering his son a reassuring smile while clipping the seatbelt and handing him a small toy plane. Flying alone with a child was hard enough. He didn't need an arrogant stranger adding to the stress. As the plane taxied down the runway, the dad kept his composure. He spoke calmly to his son, distracting him with stories about clouds and how airplanes worked. The CEO, still amused with himself, continued with snide comments about economy passengers and unprepared parents. The dad said nothing. He had learned long ago that some people only understood respect when reality forced it on them. Halfway through the flight, the speakers crackled, once, then again. But this time, the captain's voice carried something no one expected: fear. "Ladies and gentlemen, if there is any former or current fighter pilot on board, please notify the crew immediately." The plane fell into stunned silence. The CEO shifted in his seat, suddenly uneasy. A flight attendant repeated the request with urgency. "We have a control malfunction. We need assistance in the cockpit." The single dad looked down at his son, gently squeezed his hand, then stood. The CEO blinked, as if he couldn't trust what he was seeing. "You?" he muttered. The dad gave a small nod. "United States Air Force, F-16 program." And without another word, he followed the flight attendant toward the cockpit. For the next hour, the cabin remained tense. When the plane finally stabilized and landed safely, applause erupted. The captain emerged first, shaken but grateful. "We wouldn't be on the ground right now without him," he said. The single dad returned to his son, lifting him into a hug. The CEO, pale and speechless, could only stare. His mockery had turned to awe, and maybe a little shame. The dad never looked his way. Heroes don't need recognition. They just do what needs to be done.